Hi Jamaica, welcome to Fishing in White House Jamaica Fisherman Tale. I'm your host Maya Campbell. Guys, we're here today with a lovely guest, but before we get into it, guys, remember to eat fish. Fish is rich in omega-3 fatty acid. So kindly introduce yourself to Jamaica.
My name is Ainilek Wilmot. I am with the Arakabesa Foundation and the Bud Foundation, and I work in the area of fisheries management. I work with a non-government organization.
Okay, so we have Mr. Wilmot today. He's featured on the program, so he could speak on how important MPA is. So last week I shoot a video on how important MPAs are. For those of you who don't know what an MPA is, it's a marine protected area. Mr. Wilmot has experience in that specific area, and so he was invited to come on the program to speak specifically on that. So we're here with him today. Thank you for being a part of the program. So what do you think about Jamaica establishing sanctuaries within the coastal communities? How important do you think it is to the fishers as well as the coastal community in Jamaica?
Alright, so marine protected areas, the reason why we have marine protected areas, they are actually management tools. So it's a way that we can take care of our environment, right? And there's several things you can do to take care of the environment. You can impose laws, like you can release pollution into the environment. For fishing, there's gear restrictions, so minimum size mesh so you don't kill the baby fish. So there's various different tools you can use to manage the environment, and a protected area is just one of these several tools. So when we think of a protected area, it is part of a bigger picture, right? But it's a very important part. And so in managing the environment, we have a lot of tools in our toolbox, and marine protected area is a very important one. So with the protected area of different types, we in the fishing industry, under our laws, we also have several types. Fish sanctuary is one, and a fish sanctuary is strictly a no-take area.
And it's off limits, guys. So what that means is that it's off limits, so you should not be fishing within that specific zone unless, in Jamaica as it is, you are given written authorization to fish within that area.
Yeah.
All right. So is there anything else that you want to tell them?
Yeah, definitely. So the importance of a fish sanctuary is that it serves the fishing industry. So if you have a fish sanctuary and it's properly designed and properly managed, then the fishing industry will be better for it.
In what sense? Because you said better. Is it that the fish stock will increase?
Yeah, so that is it. The fish stock will increase within the protected area, and there's no fencing in the fish. So when the fish increase inside the protected area, eventually there's going to be too much fish in the protected area where they're going to have to leave to find home.
So once the area is designated as a fish sanctuary and it is being protected, that means the fish are undisturbed.
They're not disturbed by fishing, and we also make sure they're not disturbed by other things as well.
Okay.
And then once they breed up now, they are going to move out of the area. So the fishers can fish on the outside of the area, and the same fish that breeding inside will eventually go outside and they can catch them outside.
Okay, so they will have plenty of fish to catch as a result of the sanctuary.
Exactly.
So let me ask you, what about those who feel as if they should just go and disturb the sanctuary just like that without having the knowledge or the impact of how powerful a fish sanctuary is in Jamaica? Because we have persons who think that, sure, me go catch my fish, me no business with nobody, because man have to eat, so I'm not dead for no hungry.
Yeah.
What about those persons who prey on undersized fish, small juvenile fish? What do you say to them? Tell Jamaica, what do you have to say to them?
Well, I think that fishing is a community thing. Everybody is out there part of a community. So when they are robbing, basically they are robbing from the community. When you fish inside a fish sanctuary, you're taking from the wider community of fishers. So even if I work in the fish sanctuary, you go out there and you fish in the fish sanctuary, it don't affect me as much as the other fishermen who are benefiting from the sanctuary. You are taking the fish from inside before they get a chance to go outside.
Okay, so you hear that, fishers? You have to allow the fish to breed and reproduce and enlarge in size within their sanctuaries. It is important. If you don't do that, you're robbing yourself and you're affecting your community. What about biodiversity? The sanctuary allows for biodiversity. Can you explain and expand on that? How does it contribute towards biodiversity within the sanctuary, because multiple fish species will be able to replenish themselves. And as you know, there are certain fish in Jamaica that is practically going extinct. So having the sanctuary, do you think that it contributes towards biodiversity in Jamaica as it is among the fish species?
Yes, definitely. So when you have an area where people are fishing there, you literally go in and you're removing fish from the system, right?
Okay.
And so that will affect, if you go out and you do snorkeling or scuba diving on a reef that fishing is happening, and a reef where fishing is not happening, you will see many more different types of fish. Just the fact that nobody's going and removing fish from it.
Okay, so it's undisturbed.
Yeah, it's more undisturbed.
So they're able to replenish themselves.
Yeah, so you have higher biodiversity. But even in the areas where fishing is taking place, because the fish sanctuary is there, increasing biodiversity, that biodiversity
in
the fish population, it will increase the biodiversity even in the area where fishing is taking place. So ultimately, the fish sanctuary increased biodiversity inside the sanctuary, but also outside the sanctuary.
And what happened, guys, is that it allows for certain fish species not to be extinct because of this sanctuary, because it's actually a breeding ground for juvenile and baby fish. And also, biodiversity contributes to the protection of hurricanes. It stems and prevents hurricane to an extent.
The impact
from the hurricane. So it is very important, guys. So I want you to be aware of the role that it plays in the communities and your need to protect the sanctuary as well. It is of importance. Is there anything else that you wish to say to Jamaica about the fish sanctuary?
Well, the fish sanctuary, I would say support it, learn about it, share the information, share this video. We have to give thanks for this channel the work that you are doing to help raise awareness.
Okay, so Jamaicans, you know what is a fish sanctuary. Mr. Wilmot, go ahead and tell them once more.
Okay, so a fish sanctuary is a protected area under the Fisheries Act of Jamaica, and it is meant to protect fish for the benefit of the wider fishing community in the area where it is located.
Alright, so that's it, guys. But we have one final question to ask Mr. Wilmot. How are sanctuaries maintained in Jamaica? Because some persons want to know after establishing the sanctuaries, who is going to maintain them? Is there any entities in Jamaica that actually maintain sanctuary? Anybody want to big up out there?
Yeah, man. So
any foundation?
So the thing is now, fish sanctuaries in Jamaica, we have a variety of ways in which they are maintained. Some are strictly run by the government.
Okay.
There's one in St. Thomas, out by Bowden side, that the government control that one.
Okay.
You have others like Sandals Hotel. They run 2 sanctuaries as a private tourism entity. They put in the resources to manage it. Okay. And then in Arakabesa, we have a partnership between Golden Eye Hotel and the Arakabesa Foundation. Other hotels and fishers associations are getting involved. So I also have to big up the Arakabesa Fishers Association.
Okay, so Arakabesa Fisher Association, big up to you guys.
The Grange Pen Fishers Association.
Big up on yourself,
man. Okay. The Lucy Fishers Association.
Lucy Fishers Association, big up on yourself.
The Scarlet Horse Salt Marsh Half Moon Bay Fishers Association.
Big up.
All of these fisher organizations are actually managing fish sanctuaries. Okay. So we want to encourage other fishing groups, if you do have the interest.
Tell Jamaica, if you do have the interest, as Mr. Wilmot says, go ahead and tell them what they're supposed to
so do. You have to, in our fishing communities, persons will know who the representatives are, so they can first start talking to the fisheries inspector, the outreach, the field officers, the compliance officers. You can start by talking to them, and they will put you in touch with the relevant persons if you are really serious about pursuing a sanctuary in your area.
In your area. Remember, it is for your sustainable development and the wider community at large. Get on board, play your part, be a steward of your environment. Remember, you depend on fish in Jamaica. Jamaica is a fish-eating country. Do your best, get on board and protect the environment. Thank you very much for being on the program. Bye, Jamaica. Bye. Thank you very much. There you have it, guys. I hope that this video was very informative and that you've learned something. Remember to protect the sanctuaries established in your coastal community. Share, like, and comment. Thanks for watching.